Signs they are emotionally manipulating you. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling emotionally exhausted, yet somehow convinced that everything was your fault? At first, emotional manipulation is incredibly difficult to recognize because it often hides behind words that sound caring and loving. Instead of controlling you through force, they slowly influence your thoughts until you begin questioning your own judgment and emotions. One of the first warning signs is that they make you feel guilty whenever you express perfectly normal emotional needs or healthy boundaries. Whenever you ask for honesty, respect, or better communication, they respond as though you're being unreasonable or expecting far too much. Over time, you stop speaking openly because you become afraid that every conversation will end with you apologizing again. Another major sign is that they constantly make you doubt your own memory by insisting that events never happened the way you remember them. They repeatedly tell you that you're overthinking, being too sensitive, or imagining problems that don't actually exist. Eventually, you begin trusting their version of reality more than your own instincts, which slowly weakens your self-confidence. Manipulative people also have a habit of turning every disagreement into a situation where they somehow become the victim instead of accepting responsibility, even when their behavior clearly hurts you. They redirect the conversation until you're the one defending yourself instead. Another common pattern is giving you affection only when it benefits them, then suddenly becoming distant without any clear explanation. One day they make you feel deeply loved and appreciated, while the next day they act emotionally unavailable for no obvious reason. This emotional inconsistency keeps you hoping that the caring version of them will return if you simply try a little harder. Another powerful form of manipulation is using silence as punishment instead of communicating honestly about problems in the relationship. Rather than solving conflicts together, they ignore your messages or avoid conversations until you're the one forced to break the silence. Eventually, you apologize just to restore peace, even when you weren't the person who caused the conflict. A manipulative partner often makes you feel responsible for emotions that were never yours to carry in the first place. If they feel angry, disappointed, or frustrated, they somehow convince you that you're entirely responsible for those feelings. This creates constant emotional pressure because you begin believing it's your job to keep them happy all the time. Another important warning sign is feeling like you're constantly walking on eggshells because you're afraid of upsetting them over small things. You carefully choose your words, rethink every message, and worry that even innocent comments might start another argument. Healthy relationships create emotional safety, but manipulation creates constant anxiety and fear of making mistakes. Manipulative people also try to isolate you from the friends and family members who genuinely care about your well-being. At first, they casually criticize the people closest to you, but eventually, they make spending time with them feel like betrayal. The less support you have outside the relationship, the easier it becomes for them to control your emotions and decisions. Another subtle sign is criticizing you through jokes and then accusing you of being too sensitive when you're hurt by their words. Instead of apologizing for the insult, they make you feel embarrassed simply because you reacted like any normal person would. Over time, those repeated comments slowly damage your confidence until you begin believing the negative things they say about you. Manipulative people often promise to change whenever they sense you're ready to leave, but their actions rarely match those promises. For a short period, everything seems different, yet the same unhealthy behaviors quietly return once they feel secure again. One of the biggest signs of emotional manipulation is realizing that you've slowly lost the confident person you used to be. You no longer trust your own decisions because you've become dependent on their approval before making even simple choices. Real love encourages confidence, while manipulation slowly replaces confidence with self-doubt and emotional dependence. Pay close attention to how you feel after spending time with them, because your emotions often reveal the truth before your mind accepts it. If you regularly feel confused, anxious, guilty, or emotionally drained, those feelings deserve to be taken seriously instead of ignored. Every relationship experiences disagreements, but healthy partners communicate with honesty, accountability, empathy, and mutual respect. Someone who truly loves you will never need to control your emotions in order to keep your love or loyalty. The healthiest relationships make you feel emotionally safe, respected, appreciated, and free to be completely yourself without fear. Remember that genuine love brings peace, trust, and emotional security, while manipulation leaves you questioning your worth every single day.